Dear students, very good morning. Hope all of you are doing well. Today let us discuss about elasticity of demand, its measurement and its types. What is elasticity of demand? So it is the rate of responsiveness in the demand of a commodity for a given change in price or any other determinants of demand. So already we discussed, right? So demand is influenced by various determinants. The rate of responsiveness in the demand, that is simply the extent of change in the demand because of change in its determinants. Those determinants can be price, income, advertising, etc. How is this measured? How is the elasticity of demand measured? We can see on a scale 5 types of or 5 points on the scale when it is measured. What are they? Perfectly elastic demand, perfectly inelastic demand, relatively elastic demand, relatively inelastic demand, and unity demand. Let us see one by one. Perfectly elastic demand. So it is a small or no change. So when you look at the graph now, you understand there is no change, a small or no change in the price leading to a big change in demand. So price is almost constant, but whereas demand is changing. The quantity demanded increases from OQ1 to OQ2 at a price P1. So P1 is constant or maybe a slight change, slight variation, but the quantity demanded increases from OQ1 to OQ2. So that is nothing but perfectly elastic demand. Next one is perfectly inelastic demand. So when you look at the graph, you understand that a significant change in the price. So price is varying between P1, P2, leading to no change in the quantity demanded. So demand DD, demand curve is same. There is no change in the quantity demanded, even though there is a change in the price. Despite the change in the price from P to P1 or P to P2, there is no change in the quantity demanded. That is perfectly inelastic. So no change. Inelastic means no change in the quantity demanded. Next one, relatively elastic demand. So again, when you look at the graph, you understand the change in price is less than the change in the demand. The change in demand is more than the change in price. So less change in the price and more change in the quantity demanded. The quantity demanded increases from OM to OM1 because of decrease of price from OP to OP1. So price is reducing, demand is increasing, but the reduction in the price is less, and whereas the demand, increment in the demand is more. Next one, relatively inelastic demand. Again, when you look at the graph, you understand the change in the price is more, whereas the change in the quantity demand is less. The change in demand is less than the change in price. Demand increases from OQ to OQ1 because of decrease of price from OP2 to OP1. OP2 to OP1. So that's about the relatively inelastic demand. Next one, last one is what? Unitary elastic demand. So unitary means what? Proportionate change in the price leading to proportionate change in the demand. So the same, almost same percentage of reduction in the price leading to same percentage of increment in the quantity and vice versa. The change in demand is equal to the change in the price. Demand increases from OQ1 to OQ2 because of decrease of price from OP1 to OP2. So even though you don't find here the letters, but you can assume very easily. So whereas demand is decreasing and demand is increasing, price is reducing proportionately. So there is a direct relationship between price and demand. Change in the price leading to change in the demand. So that's all regarding the elasticity of demand and measurement of elasticity of demand. So now let us discuss what are the various types of elasticity of demand. So we come across broadly 4 types. For every element of demand function, like we discussed already, price, income, etc., we can compare, we can calculate elasticity, but mainly we come across 4 types. So price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and advertising elasticity of demand. Let us see one by one. First one is price. So in general, whatever we have discussed is nothing but price elasticity of demand. It refers to the quantity demanded of a commodity in response to a given change in its price. So far what we have been discussing is what? The same. So the relationship is inverse. Inverse means what? When the price reduces, demand increases and vice versa. That's about the price elasticity of demand. Next one is income elasticity of demand. The quantity demanded of a commodity in response to a given change in incomes of the consumers. We all know when incomes are more, demand for the goods is more. So therefore, we can say that the relationship between incomes and demand is normally positive, right? So more the incomes, more the demand for commodities. And third type is cross elasticity of demand. So what is this? It is a quantity demanded of a commodity in response to a change in the price of a related good. So already we discussed this while we are discussing about the demand function. What are the related goods? Substitutes and complements. It is positive for substitutes. That means you can see, supposing brew and coffee example we are taking. When the brew price is reducing, what happens to the Nescafe? Because both being substitutes, when the brew price is reducing, the demand for brew increases and demand for Nescafe reduces. So therefore, it is positive for substitutes and negative for complements. We also discussed about that, complements, ingredients like sugar, milk in case of tea or coffee. So like that, we can see the third type of demand is what? Elasticity of demand is what? Cross elasticity of demand. And fourth one, last one is advertising elasticity of demand. Advertising is also impacting the demand. It is increase in demand for a commodity in response to advertising expenditure by its promoter. So why do the companies advertise? They believe that the more the expenditure, the more the demand for their commodities, for their goods or for their services. So therefore, it is always positive. So more the advertising, more the demand for the commodity. So very rarely we see more advertising and less the demand for the commodities of the advertiser. So that's all regarding, dear students, the meaning of demand, elasticity of demand, its measurement and its types. So let us meet in the next class with another topic. Thank you so much.